which gives West Ham another free kick. 2 free kicks in the first minute of the game. Devonshire with this one. Big men have come up from the bank, including Billy Bonds and Martin also. Oh, and Sandy Clark hitting it high over when there was a real chance there for West Ham in the opening minute of the game. Floated in by Devonshire. Martin was trying so hard to get to it. Clark then hitting it high over the top. Neil. Wheeler. There's Lee. Long-range shot. Hit well and saved superbly. Oh, he's beaten there. That's Gilsey, rather, is put on for Rush. And is put wide after Dalglish had found Ian Rush. A slight misjudgment there by Alvin Martin that might have cost West Ham very dear. As Dalglish plays it on, Rush pushes it just wide as life is made difficult for him by the advancing Phil Parks. Stewart will take it. Floated there towards Martin, who got the header in, but over the top. Liverpool marking not quite what it should have been there. And he's got to get into action here. Oh, my word, and Goddard almost flicked it wide of Lawrenson and Grobbelaar, who were all over the place there. And in fact, it came off the Liverpool player for the corner. Mine, yours, no mine, and what the... Oh, a nice little touch there by Goddard for Stewart. And here's Neighbour coming in on that right touchline. Oh, and it could be there, Martin! Alvin Martin! It was a lovely piece of play. And it was a lovely touch by Goddard in the first place, Stewart, and then a ball played in beautifully by Neighbour. Grobbelaar could only just pour it out to Martin, number 5, and Alvin Martin, a Liverpool lad from Bootle, in fact. Oh, well, there's a mighty collision there. In fact, Phil Parks came out, and he's out of his goal. There's a chance here now for Liverpool, surely. No, the flag was up for an offside. There was only one man on the line, and that was Martin, and so the flag was up, and Parks is in a lot of trouble. He came flying out of his goal. He knew he couldn't handle the ball, so he had to try and head it, and he clashed with Billy Bonds. How he didn't knock Billy Bonds out for good and all, I'll never know. But then the game goes on, and it's played out here for Rush, who is in an offside position with only Martin on the goal line. And Goddard again, shrugging off Lawrenson, but it's not as easy as that. But he gets it in for all that time! And the second goal for West Ham! Well, Jeff Pike, look at the doggedness here, though, of Paul Goddard. Just whipping it in before it crossed the line. And Pike was there to hit it first time past Grobbelaar. Kennedy. Dalglish. Turning well. And a good save. Lee ducking in with a header. And the first time this afternoon that we've seen the famous Kenny Dalglish turn. And he turned away from Alvin Martin and rifled in a shot that needed a bit of saving. Dalglish. Again, Martin closing right on him, but he's let Souness through, and off the legs of Phil Parks, and Martin not quite sure where it was, but suddenly Souness had scythed right through them, and Parks was a little lucky to have it coming off his legs. It's with Kennedy. Now Thompson played back again for Graham Souness, and there was no stopping that. And Liverpool are back in it with a goal by Graham Souness with 14 minutes left. Well, Souness had a chance earlier on that was easier than this perhaps, but he really fired it in from way outside the box. Parks got a hand to it, could only push it into the roof of the net. And they have looked so dangerous, Liverpool, that you fancy West Ham might have a struggle on their hands. Here's Rush. Oh, and it's Whelan, and it's a save. Hit more firmly, you feel for sure that must have been the equaliser, and it was a mistake in the first place by Neil Orr, who allowed Liverpool to get possession there. Played very intelligently there to Whelan, and Park saved well. Nodded on there by Goddard for Neighbour, and Goddard outside him, and Clark coming in fast as well, and Clark has scored! 3-1. The value of good wing play is seen here again as Jimmy Neighbour takes them on, plays it wide for Goddard. What a good overlap that was, and what a good cross in, and Clark falls but scores. Dalglish also looking to make something of this, and Phil Neal right in there from the back. Pike just half getting it away. Souness once more, a fraction wide, and it must have touched the West Ham defender on the way. Great action from first to last as Phil Neal crosses that one in, and Paul Allen thumps it away, and the final whistle goes, and a fine victory indeed for West Ham. Paul Goddard with the ball, how appropriate that is. Although he didn't score, he made the second and third goals and gave a really first-class performance up front for West Ham United.